My name's Jay, welcome back to another instalment of my Turbo Mustang project.
The Mustang, run!
It's been about a week now since I removed the engine from the hole. Engine bay now is basically stripped of wiring. Fuel lines are out of the car, tanks out of the car. Let me show you what else I've been working on actually, it's probably easier to point. Give me 1 minute, I need to get inside. Right, this is what I've been working on. Well, this was last night's project, which I got finished quite late last night. Well, I didn't get in trouble to be fair when I got home, but I'm sure I will when this keeps on. Anyway, under the dash here, we can now see a drive-by-wire GM throttle, which can only mean one thing. I bought the Holley Terminator X, it's here, and this is the throttle pedal you need to run drive-by-wire, so that is fitted. You might also be able to see that there is no clutch and brake pedal in it at the moment, because that's a project that I'm working on right now. But before I get to that, I'll show you something very exciting, which is the reason why the clutch pedal is out. Right, this was a very exciting moment when this thing turned up a few weeks ago. This is the most expensive thing I've ever bought for a car, and I think I've only ever bought one car that cost more than this thing, and it wasn't the Mustang. I think the Mustang was the same price as this, but that is one T56 Magnum, brand fire new in the box, rated apparently at 700 foot-pounds of torque, so it's going to be touch and go, but hopefully I don't break it because I definitely can't afford another one. But yeah, that moves on to the reason the clutch pedal is out. Let me whiz back down to the bench and I'll talk you through that. So since it's 2020 now and this Mustang still ran a cable clutch, or still ran a cable clutch I should say, that can now go in the bin. So off with the clutch quadrant thing, and on with, we've started adapting this, I'll show you in a bit more detail as we go, but it's a BMW clutch slave cylinder, which Craig uses quite a lot. He used it on a lot of LS conversions on cars that, you know, needed a different clutch pedal and whatever, so that's what we're going with. I'm going to need two hands, so let me just take this pedal apart and I'll show you what we've been up to. Right, basically what we've done is flip the old linkage over so it now points down instead of up. Mounted the slave, just tacked it on a bolt at the moment to make sure everything fits inside the car. I also need to drill a new hole here for the pivot pin, but you know, it's all looking quite promising. I've got to be careful of the back fitting because the bulkhead is here, so I might need to either adapt to a banjo or do it in hardline, but I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But tonight's plan anyway is drill this hole and just go offer it up in the car because Craig's gone home and I'm flying without adult supervision at the moment. So when we get everything lined up, ready for welding tomorrow, that'll be a good start. Right, I've got the mounts tacked on. I've got the cylinder roughly aligned. We're going to have to machine up either a new arm or maybe just a boss to take up the slack there, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. I'm just trying this to see if it's going to work. But yeah, we have a hydraulic cylinder mounted to the clutch pedal, going through its full travel and stopping at the stop, so that's cool. We took the measurement off the BMW pedal to get the ratio of on the pivot on the arm, so hopefully that's all fine. So next thing, I better take the steering column off again and we'll try and slot this thing in the car and see if it's actually going to work. Ryan wrestled the thing back into its home. It's my favourite place, under the dash. You know, everybody that messes with cars know this is not the place to be, but it's back in, and first signs look promising. It clears everything, it gets full travel, the pedals still line up, so could have spent $400 on a kit to do this, or just spend an evening doing this, and it looks like it's probably going to work. So yeah, I'll leave it as it is now till Craig looks at it and gives it the big thumbs up, and then we'll get on with finish welding it and machining any bosses that we need tomorrow. But that is cool. Since it's been a few weeks, or a couple of weeks at least since the last update, I thought you lot might want to see the Terracotta Terror. It is pretty much there now. I'm waiting for a couple of bolts for the intake manifold to turn up because I didn't have those. What else are we waiting for? Not a fat lot. Throttle body turned up this morning. Got a 90mm or 92mm or whatever it is Camaro one. Didn't risk a Chinese one again, went for a genuine Delco, so hopefully that'll work lovely. Got this front pulley or front accessory drive kit from LSX Innovations. The kit came from just because it was the cheapest way I could get belts on the car. It's still running truck spacing. A few of the bolts that came with it were slightly wrong sizes, so I guess there might be some different options when it comes to alternators and stuff. Maybe some have different brackets, so I've ordered some bolts to sort that out. Still got to get a belt, but yeah, it's a high mount alternator and power steering pump kit, so I still need to get the pulley off the power steering pump so I can fit it on there. If the steering pump is in the way of the turbo, or the other way around, whichever, I do have the option to scrap that and use a electric steering pump from a Mini, which is another modification that Craig used quite often. So yeah, I'm thinking at the moment, providing there's room, the turbo is going to sit here, but if there's not room, it'll have to go and whatever. We'll deal with it when that's mounted in the car, which will hopefully be not much longer. Anyway, I'm going home now, it's getting late, so I'll catch you when I do something else exciting in the workshop. Right, here we are a few days later. Got this thing completed. We turned up a little boss for there to slot through the hole, which fits onto the cylinder nicely. That got welded in. Repositioned the spline on the pedal and added a new stop, and there we go. I'll show you on this side. One hydraulically operated SN95 clutch pedal. So yeah, that's cool. Let's get on with fitting it and drill some holes for the pipes to come out. So it's now the next morning. Had a bit of a wrestle with it last night. Didn't leave here till about 9:30 trying to get the pedal assembly back in, but it's in and it's done. So let me just point you in the right direction. You can have a look. We have 3 pedals, the correct amount for any car that's not just for shopping or going to work in. We have, if I come around this side, a hydraulic line now coming out into the bay, aiming at the gearbox, but until the engine and box go in, I'll leave that dangling. Next thing I've got to do is another job that I haven't really been looking forward to. It's modifying the standard fuel tank for twin pumps, so I guess I'll show you how I get on with that. On to the next thing, and that's make 2 Walbro 450s fit in the standard tank. For this, we're going to be using FD RX7 hat, just because I have one, and Craig has mounting plates for them already laser cut. That's the only reason I'm using that. And the plan is to use both of these pipes here as a feed and weld a new return in. So I'm going to get chopping and we'll see how this lot lines up. Well, it's marked, and I guess when I hit it with the grinder we're going to see if it explodes or not. Yeah, let's find out if you left any petrol in there. Well, it's been open for a week or so and jet washed out, so...
Well, feel free then, mate.
Plenty of sparks running there, and I'm not dead, so that's fine. That is.
Oh, that's going to be on your grave one day.
What, plenty of sparks running there, and I'm fine.
Not dead. Yeah. And I'm fine. So now that you've got the straight bits.
Yeah, I haven't figured this bit out yet. I've got to get more goggles so I don't get more metal in my eye, and then figure out the corners. That was fairly straightforward. Next, I just got to aim 2 pumps inside that baffled bit. Let's see if I can figure that out, I guess. Good noise.
Underneath TVRs, just miserable.
Things of beauty.
Wow. And look at this, just changed the fuel pipe. But
anyway.
Yeah, enough of that. If you've got TVR, check your fuel pipes because these are all loose and all weeping.
Don't you have to check the chassis on these because they just crumble and fall in half?
Well, yeah, apart from that. But all the crimps on the fuel pipes have like all come loose, they've like squashed the pipe. So you just spin them all with your hands. Not ideal. But there you go.
Let's not get that problem.
Yeah.
Anyway. So I've just come round for a quick Craig. Can you just weld this together? Had a slight bit of excitement earlier where I snapped a tap off trying to tap these holes, but you know, Craig saved the day and that's now fixed. I used part of my art degree to make this work of art last night.
Did you not go to school then?
I did a year at uni. I got a BTEC.
It wasn't in metalwork, was it?
No, it was in art.
Well, your helmet paint was very good.
Well, thank you. Anyway, I've crafted this thing, which, you know, if it was on show, I'd be fully disappointed with, but it's not. It's going in a petrol tank, so it's going to hold 2 pumps. It fits into the baffle that lives in the black hole, and yeah, it's going to do the job just fine. I've since crafted, or used my blacksmithing skills to craft a 90-degree bend on this pipe, which is going to have that dash 8 fitting welded on the end when Craig gets him in it, and that's all going to get welded to this. I mean, I wanted to weld dash 6 onto these, but Craig is shall I say, unkeen.
It won't work. The trouble is you can't get to weld around the bottom, and it's this tube it's got like a seam and it tends to split down the seam, and it's soldered in here. It's like a braid soldered in there.
So we're going to use push on onto there,
which is fine. It's good enough for the factory.
Yeah, but the factory's gutless, isn't it, on an RX-7?
But it ain't going to last long on them, has it?
No, to be fair. What is it, 10,000 miles done well?
No, to be fair, most ones I'm converted, I think they normally end up at about...
Isn't it 30 or 60?
No, about 60. But then they could have had 2 rebuilds, so who knows?
Yeah, anyway. Yeah, let's interrupt his day and get this done. So yeah, we had the grinding test on this last night, shot plenty of sparks in it, and I didn't die, so we're going to presume it's fine to weld.
Cool.
You know,
don't worry about that.
You're grinding holes in my rusty tank.
Yeah. It's very hot to be welding.
Sorry.
No, you're not.
Well, that's alright, we're going to be dangling an engine tomorrow. I'll buy you a burger if you want one. Fraser's ordering tomorrow.
Are you coming to line with the Pajero tap and get the gearbox out?
Yeah, I'll help you if you want. Next week.
Next week?
Well, when else are we going to do it?
Saturday.
I'm not allowed out on Saturdays. Now if Eve watches this and she knows that I've just come to help you on Saturday, then...
That'll be alright then.
Maybe I'll ask that. Maybe I'll ask that.
Yeah. Can help me, mate?
Yeah. Don't melt your clamp. It pops off quite a long way.
You wonder why I'm doing that? The air blows out from under this, and if you wire down low, I need to move it because the fan blows out the front and blows all the gas away.
Oh right, cool.
So I've extended it down, but it blows round.
Built a duct.
Yeah, I need to revisit it.
Welding beautiful. It's alright. It's all
because it's an old scabby, you know.
Alright.
it's, you know, a bit scabby there. It's alright.
Says I've done it wrong.
Well, if you're going to drill it out, I mean, at least make it, like, you know, nice.
Sorry. For once it's my car that's going to suffer. Well, don't weld it on wonky now for the sake of it.
Right, but just don't worry about it.
I am now. It's my car. Can I bend this or shall I hold this up straight?
Right, now we can straighten it. It's not red hot.
Or snap it up.
Do you want to hold that up?
Yeah, I can do. So I'm going to buzz that weld off.
What?
Got me with the rod.
Oh, sorry. Put it there. Really?
Yeah.
At least it quad-size it as it does it.
Yeah, perfect. So I welded my knee earlier trying to make that thing.
Like that.
Lovely. Lovely. Okay, let's take this back round and set the length on this thing. Next piece of this little puzzle is the wiring. I bought this ATL bulkhead adapter to pass the wiring through into the tank because I've read online. Should be questionable, but anyway, I've read that these RX7 pins can burn out inside, and I didn't know what the connector was or what the pins were, so that's going away. I was hoping to do it tonight, but it turns out I need a 3/8 NPT tap, which I've got at home, so it's gonna have to wait till tomorrow. But yeah, I'm just gonna cut this white plug out, and we're gonna turn up a new boss for in here tomorrow and weld a bung in, and that's it until the internal pipes turn up for the new pumps. Yeah, that's you know, hopefully gonna work, so thumbs up.
At Driftworks, we've helped over 50,000 happy customers since 2004. Our huge online parts store is simple to use, with superb shipping rates to anywhere in the world, and finance options available for UK customers. We live and breathe wheel fitment, so if you have any questions about your own car or any of our products before placing an order, please drop us an email at shop@driftworks.com or give us a call. Thanks for watching.